hello, and welcome into a reading for today. It is October 18th, 2025, No King's Day in the US, and I understand spreading around the world, which makes me very happy. If you are interested in more tarot oracle readings that support living under our current regime, I'm moving some of my content in that direction, so please subscribe and hit the like. And I am trying to find other channels that are doing the same thing. I have a video I'm working on now about feminism and the current time period and patriarchy. So yeah, more stuff like that. If you're interested in it, do hit the subscribe. Okay, on to our reading for No King's Day. So I was feeling afraid, the need to be grounded and supported. So I focused a 3-card reading this morning on this for myself. I felt like it was good enough to share. So whenever I have something really important that I need to dig into, I go to my heavy hitter, my number one favorite deck, my Spirit Keeper's Revelation. Well, this is my second copy. I've got 2 copies, of course, because, you know, when you love a deck. So I was asking questions of the deck about how to conduct myself today and how to support myself. I called upon Spirit. This was who I called upon for this reading. And I think I got some pretty good stuff here, so I wanted to share it with people. So first of all, I was wondering, how do I combat my fears? Because it is a little bit of a scary time. And I got this one. Well, they all sort of responded to the same questions. What do I do about my fear? Combat's not the right word. What do I do about my fear? How do I stay grounded? How do I stay strong? Those were my questions. This one I felt really responded to my question about how do I deal with my fear? What do I do with my fear? And this one, the message I got was about connection and about love. I love the little ladybug in this one and all the flowers. And the message I got was I need to, in order to make sense of my fear and to process it and sort of use it today, I need to stay in touch with why I care. Why am I doing this? What's in my heart? I mean, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be involved, but I do care. So why? And the reason for me is I really loved growing up in the governmental experiment that we're in right now, the democracy that we're in. And I always had eyes wide open. I always saw the evils that have happened in our country, the horrors, the really bad stuff we've done. Let's talk about the Trail of Tears. Let's talk about slavery. Let's talk about the things that our current regime is trying to make us not talk about. I want everyone in this world and in this country to fare well, to be well, to feel safe, to feel belonging, to feel that they are valued. I would like our country to be a place of love and protection. And I don't think that's going to happen with the direction our regime is trying to take our country in. So I am going to be tapping into my love and my ability to keep my eyes wide open, see what's good, see what's bad, and want the best, not just for myself, but for everyone. And, here's a little thing to think about. Statistics and studies have shown that people in our country, the U.S., we consistently vote against our own self-interest on both sides. Like, more wealthy Democrats will frequently vote in favor of socialized programs, right? That's kind of crazy, but that's what we do. And I think that's because of love. I really do. And I think this is what we have to stay in touch with. I said Democrats, but I really mean liberals. Progressive liberals. when I look at this card, I felt a little like, oh boy, what's going to happen? Because you see 5 of scepters here, or swords, and you think, yikes, this could be a bad day. But I've read it differently. I've read this as a need to be willing to stand up, to endure some conflict. We don't know what's going to happen today, but nothing actually bad is happening in this card, right? Medea here, she is protected. This is Jason. We don't care about him for the sake of our story today. But she is protected. And why is she protected? She's protected because she was a priestess of Hecate. And so then I intentionally pulled out this card. This is from Ethony's Modern Goddesses. You may have other cards or things that you use to connect with Hecate. And I believe that this is who we want to connect with today and in this period of time. This is calling on, strength, crone energy, great wisdom, and a willingness to not fit in. And I think that will serve us well. I may or may not draw a pentagram on my body before I go out. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I really like this energy for today. And then I also got the Scarlet Shield. So if you're not familiar with this deck, the shields are what we traditionally are the queens. I'm not using the Royal Court again this year. I've decided it's got to go. But here is, you can freeze this if you want. Here's the message for the Scarlet Shield. It is the sanctum of the valiant. And it's saying, cultivate your confidence and fearlessness. Make sure your voice is heard. You do that by presenting yourself as logical and reasoned. Do not hold back. Conquer to dominate. Invoke the warrior spirit. Encourage an opponent to make mistakes so you can capitalize on it. Mind games bring victory. Intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. Calculate your advantages. So I feel like today is a day when we actually have an advantage, and we do need to be willing to play mind games, The art of war, it's not just for the other side. It's for us too. And when I looked at this card, I had this image of holding a shield, like internally imagining this, that I have a shield with me. And I don't know if you've ever heard or experienced or done this, when you're holding something and then you bag something else against it, like let's say a pot. You take a pot and you've got some kind of spoon or whatever, and you just bang the spoon on the pot. Or it's a drum, right? You do that internally to give yourself the strength and the power that you need to do whatever you're doing to resist today. If you can't go out into the streets, you don't feel that that's the right thing for you, you don't have to do it. You can do whatever witchy things your little heart desires, and I encourage you to resist with your pocketbook. Just stay away from the stuff that's not good for us. You don't have to buy anything from Amazon this weekend, or go get a Starbucks, or go to Target. You've got the list. Just don't do it. This is the weekend for us to live our values quietly or loudly. Stay safe out there. Hit the like button if you feel like you got some information here that's going to be helpful for you. And if you have any helpful things to offer the community, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I am looking for other channels and creators who are doing this kind of work, working with the cards in this time when we do need to reflect and resist and practice our free speech options while we have them. Because if we don't exercise that muscle, it might atrophy. So let's get out there and do the thing. Thanks for watching. Take care and be safe out there.